This is a file I've uploaded to the library in Designer's Corner. I call this the uh, local pages or local dev. So when you download the zip, you'll see a folder with a bunch of HTML files and then theme.css and then a bunch of files. You don't need to get into files. Those are all just the kind of dependencies that all the higher logic pages need, mostly just kind of images, might be some JavaScript, uh, and some other files we don't really need to deal with if we're working on our theme. So if you open hlpages.html, you'll see it's just the general template, like if you had a fresh higher logic installed. Doesn't have too much style going on. But I put together a bunch of the default pages so you can start testing theme CSS, some custom CSS locally before you actually upload it, because maybe you may only have one. Not all higher logic users have unlimited microsite, so maybe you just have one site. This gives you an opportunity to test out some CSS. So just a quick example of why this can be helpful for you. So I'm going to use my debugger in my browser, and I can start changing my CSS around. So if I see this has a button class, and I already know my buttons are supposed to be blue, so I'm just going to say dot button background blue, color white, and maybe I even have a border 3 pixels solid red, just so I can see what's being affected. And I can already see it's modifying these little utility buttons here in my announcements. Oh, and actually it's modifying these guys also. So we can already see that just one, I thought it was just an innocent style. It's actually being applied to all these items inside my theme. So as I go up, okay, this is having some unintentional effects, even way up in my header, especially in my search. So if you've downloaded a Bootstrap theme, or even some of the free ones you can get, there sometimes are some kind of regression issues. Here's another one. This has the button class. It's not using the blue, but it is getting that red. So I definitely don't want it on there. So I'm not going to want to use that style. So let me go back. So before I kind of commit this change, I'm going to make a more specific class. So this also has button default. So that's normally a gray button. But to make it even more specific, I'm going to use this HL landing control class, because I only want it to affect my buttons in my HL landing control. So I'm going to use HL landing control dot button default blue, color white. Let's just leave it like that. I can look, okay, I'm not affecting anything else. Even this one is using the primary button color. I'm just going to leave that for now, and I can go back up, maybe even zoom out, get a bird's eye view of what I just did before I commit it to my theme. And again, this is just in my debugging tool, so I can copy this if I want, and now go back to my theme.css that's also in the the download. I'm going to paste that in, hit save, and now when I refresh, I should still see my blue button styles here. Okay, there we go. So now that I've tested it here, I could upload it to my Higher Logic environment. And so that's just one of the things you can test out with this this local environment.